talk about fabrics, for paper piecing, it's good to use solids. Those are real pretty. They make, just nice colorful blocks. If you don't have a lot of solids, then I would suggest small tone-on-tone prints like these. Just real pretty designs. They read from a distance, they'll read as a solid color. This one has a variety of colors in it, but still it has they're all in the same tonal values, except the orange is a little bit darker. But that one's okay. This one has, a couple different prints in it. You do want to be careful with directional fabric. This one would work okay. It's not real distinct for the directional fabric, but something like this, for sure, when you're piecing, the fabric is going to go in different directions, so you may not want to use directional fabric. You can, but you have to be careful on how you cut it out. Here's another example of a directional fabric. So, sometimes they might be sideways, sometimes they might be upside down, depending on how you cut your pieces out. So that's just something to be mindful about. Also, large scale prints don't work as well because you're cutting small pieces. So if I cut pieces out of this, I might get mostly pink, I might get mostly tan. So it's hard to determine which color you end up using. So I tend to avoid large prints or ones that have a lot of high contrast, like between the blue and the coral there. This one, a little bit busy. This one, a little bit busy. This one looks like it might be directional. Kind of, sort of, not really, but you obviously have things that go in one direction, but they're not all positioned in the same direction on the fabric. Anyway, so large prints, directional prints, not the best selection. Also, you want to think about value. And for the Storm at Sea, in my block, I'm using 3 different colors, and we've got a darker color orange, a medium turquoise, and then a light color cream. So I think what I'm going to pick out of this selection here could go a couple different ways, but I have narrowed it down to this turquoise for my center, and then this brown, orangey brown for the triangles around the center, and then this will be my light value. So I have my dark value, medium value, and light value, and that'll give some nice contrast to the block, even when we get to the borders and the corners. It'll give us a lot of contrast. And they're small prints, so I think that'll work. Next, we're going to talk about how to cut your fabrics and organize all your pieces to start sewing.